You already know, because of COVID, I haven't been able to work out at a commercial gym like 24-hour fitness for over 6 months. So of course, I had to make the decision of purchasing some home gym equipment. And the equipment that I chose to go with was all Rouge fitness brand. That their brand is very reliable and aesthetically pleasing. I love the black metallic look. And yeah, I wanted to invest in something that will last me a long time, looks good, and does the job right for me. In this video, I'm just gonna go over how much I spent to purchase my whole gym equipment, things I regret. I'm gonna just set it down here. Total, I spent about $4,500 purchasing all the equipment. And this ranges from the adjustable incline bench, the barbell, the bumper weights, the squat rack, the weight stand, and the Rouge Echo Wind bike. Let's start with the biggest purchase, the squat rack. So I chose to go with the squat rack because of space. You know, if I'm gonna be having a home gym, I need to be considerate of space, height. If I move, I need to make sure that, you know, I have enough height room so that my rack can fit in the space that I want it to fit in. So the squat rack that I got in was their Monster series. I wanted something a little bit more heavy duty, something that wouldn't tip over if I'm, you know, squatting like 300 pounds, you know, lightweight. So I went with the Monster one. The metal and the dimensions of it is a little wider, it's a little thicker as well. So I knew that if I'm spending a couple more $100 over the, I believe it's Monster Light series, I feel a little bit more secure. So the squat rack itself, I believe, was like $700. And it comes with a pull-up bar at the top, and it stands at roughly 8.5 feet tall, something like that. And I really like the pull-up bar because I'm able to do leg raises for my lower abs. I used to have a pull-up bar that fits right on the door frame, and it's too low. I can never do any knee raises or leg raises because I'm too tall and my feet are already touching the floor when I'm in that neutral pull-up position. So the next thing I want to talk about with the squat rack is the squat rack safety arm bars. And if you see, I actually have them on right now. The reason why I have them, at first I thought I would only need them because in case I fail a lift, if I can't, you know, successfully do a 300-pound squat, I might have to drop it. Because my floor is wood, I do not want to destroy no wooden floors at home. So I definitely wanted something to catch my weight if I had to fail. But after receiving them, they were actually helpful in many, many more ways. With the current setup I have, even having an adjustable bench like this one, if I want to hit the upper chest, do some incline chest press, having the what it's called J cups is where you lift the bar off. The positioning is not right. So having these safety arm bars allows me to have a little bit more freedom in terms of lift off position, lift off space. So as you can see in my current setup right now, I can have the bench a little bit more out. So if I want to do an incline bench press, I have a lot more security to rack the weight, and I can really adjust the height on where I want to lift off. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're purchasing this kind of setup for a home gym as well. The next thing I want to talk about with my home gym setup is the bench. I decided to go with the adjustable bench manufactured by Rouge because I love doing incline bench presses, but at the same time, because it's a home gym and I don't have a ton of space for a lot of equipment that's essentially very expensive, I wanted to maximize every purchase I made. So with this incline bench, not only can I do incline benches, but shoulder presses, having support on my back. I can do rows where I'm leaning forward a little bit. Having an adjustable bench like this really allows me to be creative in what workout I want to do and what kind of functions I want to accomplish. Now, the one thing I will say about this bench is it is so heavy. This thing alone is like over 100 pounds. So you will not be afraid of it breaking anytime soon, knock on wood. But the one thing I will say that I don't like about this bench is the height adjustment for seating. Now you have height adjustment for your back, But the height adjustment for your seating position is very limited. You only have 2 options. So you can either have a flat one or you can have a slightly inclined one. I will say the slightly inclined one it helps, but it's not enough. Like tall guys, for me, when I'm doing incline bench press or whatever incline movements, I want to be able to sit flush with my back. So the next thing I want to talk about is the actual weights, the plates. I chose to go with the bumper plates because I felt like they're a little bit more house friendly. In case you drop it on accident, you won't have to deal with a dent in the floor in case you had a metal one. Now I will say I don't feel quite confident doing deadlifts even though they're bumper plates. I have wooden floors, but overall these bumper plates, they look great. And if you have friends coming over and you want to show off like how much weight you can do, the weights take up a lot more space on the bar, so it makes you feel a little bit more masculine. So if that's what you want to feel, bumper plates it is. One thing I will say about the bumper plates is I got 2 different kinds. I have to be honest with you, I don't remember what they're called, so I'm just gonna show you some pictures here. So one version, the rubber is smooth, and then the other version, the rubber is a little bit more coarse. I personally like the bumper plate where the rubber is more smooth. It has a more aesthetic look to it. It looks more durable, and I don't have to worry about the rubber chipping off. The bumper plate where the rubber is a little bit more coarse, I've seen bits of rubber already fall on the floor, even though I'm not doing deadlifts or anything like that. Moving on from bumper plates to the actual plate holder, I got the standing weight rack. And this standing weight rack has been very helpful in holding all my weights safely without taking much square footage space. So the last thing about my squat rack is the actual barbell. I just went with whatever barbell was in stock, and it's standard with, you know, weightlifting. So standard, it's a 45-pound barbell. That's all I know. Like, I literally don't care, and I literally don't know anything else about Rouge barbells other than, you know, they're like $300 and they do the job just fine. So whatever barbell you're able to lay your hands on, just get it. It doesn't really matter. Now, the last equipment I got, it was the Rouge Echo bike, and this bike has been doing me so much good things. So the reason why I got this bike instead of like a treadmill or elliptical was because of price and because of functionality. I'm not a big fan of running, but at the same time I want to get a good warm up and potentially a good cardio workout if I want to. And so this wind bike, it's actually a Wind Echo Rouge bike. It does a good job if I just want to warm up my legs pre-workout. If I wanted to get a good post-workout cardio session, it's right there. It's very intense. You know, how much work you put in is how much sweat you're gonna get out. And ellipticals are very expensive, and from my experience, they're very wobbly. This one right here, this bike, it is built to last. Literally everything I have, I am very confident that it will last me at least 20 years minimum. So like I said in the beginning, the total cost of my gym was roughly $4,000, maybe $4,500. One thing I regret about this purchase was Rouge Fitness actually has a free shipping incentive if you spend over $5,000. I knew about it, but I was not smart about it. So I didn't want to spend $5,000 because, you know, I didn't want to spend $5,000 at first, but after doing some research, any Rouge equipment, whether it be bar or the bumper plates, they sell very quick on the Facebook marketplace. So if you don't want to pay shipping like I did, where I had to spend almost $500 on shipping, just take advantage of that $5,000 incentive, so you get free shipping, and just resell everything on the Facebook marketplace or on Craigslist, something like that. So if you spend $5,000 and you really only want like $3,000 worth of equipment, sell $2,000 on Facebook marketplace, and you would have saved like over $500 on shipping. So be smart about it. Don't make the same mistake I did. This leaves me with the last thing I want to cover. Is this all worth it? I will tell you, yes, definitely worth it in terms of time and in terms of money. I was a 24-hour fitness member for over 10 years. And I wasn't paying the monthly fee of like $40 a month. I bought the Costco 2-year membership card, which was 2 years for about like $400. And that comes out to almost like $13 a month. That is a huge deal if you're comparing the regular monthly fee of just signing up in person versus buying the 2-year membership at Costco. So, things to consider, especially if you're buying home gym. Look, you gotta convince your wife, you gotta convince your family, you gotta convince your girlfriend, whoever it may be. Just show them this video, okay? So whenever I went to the gym, I had to spend an hour driving in total, like going there and coming back home. So I spent about 30 minutes each way. And if you convert that into like money value, let's just say I work a minimum wage job, $15. That's $15 worth of driving each time I go to the gym, not considering the gas. Let's just throw in the gas. Maybe 20 miles going to the gym and coming back home. So that's another like $3. So $18 each time I go to the gym. So I'm saving $18 every time I don't go to the gym by having a home gym at home. And I am a very frequent gym goer. I work out like very often. So, you know, by having this home gym and paying $4,000 at once, I'm saving a lot of money on the long term. Now, the other thing I really like about having a home gym is time convenience. Sometimes, you know, I want to work out in the morning. Sometimes I want to work out at night. Sometimes I want to work out just because I got that pump from watching a movie or watching some videos. Look, I have that convenience now. I wake up, I want to do a couple reps of bench press, I want to do a couple sets of shoulder raises. I got that. I want to do them later on in the day, maybe a couple hours down the road. I got that. Not with the gym though. With the gym, you have to fully commit. Whether you go or not determines if you get a workout in or you don't get a workout at all. So having this sort of convenience is very good. The last point I want to touch on is the most important one. You know, whether you're happy or not, having this home gym, even if you don't work out at all, it's a good, aesthetically pleasing thing to see. You know, you don't see home gyms as much in your friend's home or if you go to other people's homes. So having this very black, sleek, modern, sexy looking home gym equipment is very appealing. So think about it like that. You get long terms, you save money in the long term. You gotta work out anytime you want to. And it's a good art to have at home. Just think of it like that. If you have any questions, want me to review equipment specifically, just comment in the section below and I'll get to it. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.